What's up, Sum Hacker? Welcome to my Summer Day Challenge where I unpack a banger practice sum every single day to help you crush your grade 11 maths. So let's dive in and work on today's math sum together. Today we are continuing with trigonometry and your question is going to ask you to simplify. But before I do anything here, I like to draw out my Cartesian plane and I like to put all of my trig identities on the Cartesian plane so it makes it super quick and easy for me to figure out where my specific identities fall. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so there you have it, your Cartesian plane with everything included. But what I do want to show you is what happens when you get either 90 degrees or 270 degrees. So what you're going to do is wherever you see a 90 degrees, I want you to put a star by it, because what happens is your sine and your cos always switch around. Okay, so I'm going to do that for the one in the second quadrant as well. Just remind myself that sine and cos switch around, but I'm also going to do it for 270 degrees because 270 is a multiple of 90. So stick a star right next to it, because whenever you see 270, you're going to want to make sure that you are switching your sine and cos around. And the same for the last quadrant, put a little star there and make sure that you put a little note for yourself where you can see that you are switching sine and cos around. Awesome. Now we can actually get to work on solving our sum. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at the 360 minus quadrant, which is over here. And we ask ourselves, is sine positive in that quadrant or negative? It's negative, so we write that down. Plus, then we want to look at the 90 plus quadrant. But remember, put a star here because you know that this cos is going to turn into a sine. But in the 90 plus quadrant, which is over here, is our cos going to be positive or negative? So in that particular quadrant, your cos is negative. So stick a bracket down and then put a minus, okay? Because cos is going to be negative. But because it's 90 degrees, your cos changes to sine. So simply write sine theta and close your bracket. Now, that is going to be all over your sine negative theta. So if we find the quadrant with negative theta in it, it would be this one over here, right? Is sine going to be positive or negative in that quadrant? It is going to be negative, so we can write it down. Cool. So in the next step, what we are going to do is multiply this positive in this bracket with that negative. So what you will have is negative sine theta minus sine theta all over negative sine theta. Now, you cannot cross cancel here. The reason being is because there is a minus that is separating these terms. There is a term in front of the minus and there is a term behind the minus, okay? So what you need to do is minus these from each other, and you do that because there's actually an invisible 1 in front here. So minus 1 will give you minus 2 sine theta, and then that is all over negative sine theta. Now, what you can do is you can cross out these negatives. You can also cancel your sine theta and your sine theta. So what you are then left with is an answer of 2. And that then is indeed your final answer. If you got that, you would have got this sum 100% correct. Well done, Sum Hacker. All that's left to do is take a screenshot of the memo here before you move on to the next one. But that is it for today's sum. Be sure to subscribe for more daily practice sums that are going to help you nail your grade 11 maths. I cannot wait to see you in the next one.